All right, welcome. Today we're throwing open the doors to one of the most exciting places you can possibly be, the science laboratory. Think of this as your first day on the job, your first day as a scientist. So let's get started.
Science is literally all around us. It's in the stars, way out in space, it's deep inside our own planet, and it's in the teeny tiny particles that make up, well, everything. And the lab? That's our headquarters. It's the one place we can go to ask big questions, run some tests, and really figure out how it all works. It's an amazing place for sure, but before you can start making those incredible discoveries, you've got to know the basics. You need to know your tools, and you absolutely positively have to know the rules. So, you ready? Let's get you prepped.
First things first, let's meet your new best friends, the essential gear of the lab. Just like a chef has their favorite knives and pans, a scientist has their own special toolkit. Let's do a quick run through of the essentials.
Okay, check these out. On the left, you've got the beaker. It's kind of the workhorse of the lab, perfect for just holding liquids. And on the right, that's a conical flask. See that sloped shape? It's brilliant for swirling and mixing things around without splashing everywhere. Trust me, you're going to be using these two all the time. Next up, let's talk precision and support. The measuring cylinder, well, it does exactly what it sounds like. It measures the volume of liquids really accurately. And that cool three-legged thing? That's your tripod stand. It's totally essential for holding your flasks and beakers steady, especially when you need to heat things up. And here we go. Think of this as your quick reference guide, your cheat sheet. It basically connects every tool to its specific job. Knowing you have the right tool for the task, that's always the first step to a great experiment. Okay, so you know the tools, but now we've reached the single most important part of your training. Seriously, more important than any experiment is safety. Think of these rules as the unbreakable lab safety code. We want your discoveries to be exciting, not dangerous. Our very first, and maybe the most important rule is super simple. No running, no playing. A lab is not a playground. Just think about it. One little trip could lead to broken glass, spilled chemicals, and some really serious injuries. It's a place for focus, period. And now for the ultimate do. The most important piece of safety equipment you have, your ears. Your teacher is your guide in here. They know the risks, they know the procedures. Listening to them carefully is the #1 best way to stay safe. So let's be super clear. These rules are not suggestions. Don't ever enter without permission. Never, ever, ever eat or drink in the lab. Keep stuff that can catch fire away from flames. That one's pretty obvious. Protect your eyes. And always, always wash your hands before you leave. This code is what keeps everyone safe. Right. Now, even when we follow all the rules, sometimes things can still go wrong. But panicking is never the answer. Knowing what to do in an emergency is what turns you from a hazard into a hero. Let's walk through a couple of possibilities.
Okay, picture this. A small fire breaks out on a lab bench. Your gut reaction might be to freak out and run away, but a trained scientist knows there's a specific, calm plan to follow.
And here's that plan. It's just 3 simple steps. Step 1, and this is definitely the hardest part, is to stay calm. Panic helps absolutely no one. Step 2, immediately tell your teacher. They're trained for exactly this situation. And step 3, only if they tell you to, shut off the main power. That's it. Calm and form, act. Simple. Okay, let's try another one. This happens. A chemical spill. You see a broken bottle, there's liquid spreading on the table. Again, what do? Don't panic. What's the protocol here? So first, you tell your teacher about the spill, obviously. But if any of that chemical gets on you, this piece of advice is golden. Don't rub it. Don't ignore it. You get yourself to a sink and rinse that spot with tons and tons of water right away. Water is your first line of defense. Okay, you've got your toolkit, you know the safety code. Now it's time for the really fun part, learning how to think like a scientist. See, science isn't just about mixing stuff together. It's a specific way of finding answers. Let's break down how that method actually works. And you know what? It all starts with a simple problem, something that could happen any day. Like, oops, I spilled some water. A scientist's brain immediately kicks in with a question. Okay, what's the best thing to use to absorb this quickly? See, you're already doing it. This whole process has a name, the scientific method. It's like a step-by-step roadmap for finding answers. And it's so important because it stops us from fooling ourselves.
Our brains love to jump to conclusions, right? But this method forces us to be careful. You make a hypothesis. That's just an educated guess. Like, I bet a paper towel will work better than a sponge. Then you actually test it, you collect the data, and you let the evidence, not your feelings, give you the real answer. It's a powerful way to get to the truth. All right, your basic training is almost complete. You've learned about the tools, the rules, and the method. So, how about a quick pop quiz to see what's stuck? No pressure, this is just for fun.
Okay, let's see what you remember from our Toolkit tour.
Take a good look at this one. Notice the round body, but that distinctive flat bottom. What did we call this? I'll give you a second. It's a flat bottom flask. Yes! If you got that right, awesome job. And if you didn't, hey, no big deal at all. That's what learning is all about. This one is great for holding chemicals, and that flat bottom makes it super stable, especially when you're heating things. And that's it. Your first day of training is officially in the books. You've met the tools, you've learned the safety code, and you understand the method. So the lab isn't some mysterious off-limits room anymore. It's a place of pure possibility. Which leaves just one final question. What are you going to discover?